Hi, welcome to Leaves and Lungs. So, since agriculture forms a bedrock for UPSC prelims, I think it's invariably will find 5 to 6 questions always coming out from the proper agriculture. So, last year you had almost close to 8 or 9 questions. So, like we've been discussing those questions. So, today I will tell you like about important current affair that has been like on the news recently. So, you always know that any innovations in agriculture is prompted to like ask in the exams for sure. So, such one important topic is biopesticides this year. So, recently, the Loyola College of Chennai, that is entomology unit, have released biopesticides. Okay, so these biopesticides is actually a combination of two kinds of neem as well as pungam oil. So pungam oil is like you will call as karanj oil in North India and pungam oil in South India. So and along with it, they've used an emulsifier. So emulsifier is nothing but it's a kind of an oily suspension. So when these three combine, they create a pungent liquid that can damage the insects and keep the plants healthy. So this is the one biopesticides they have like created. Actually they have named it as a ponmine. Okay, so this is the one that has been in the news recently. So what was the reason to discover this kind of natural biopesticide is because chemical pesticide is causing a severe damage to the plants, because it is like making the honeybees go away from the plants and it's not attracting the other insects to for pollinations to happen. And that is why they have like used this biopesticides, because these biopesticides these allows the bees and other pollinators to come and attract the flowers and fruits, whereas it is keeping the pesticides away from the plants. So that is the main advantage of this biopesticides. The pollination and the bees are remain intact. So this is the one thing you need to keep in your mind. So here what happens is the thing is there is only one effect that is causing on the insects. The plants, the next generation insects that is affected by these biopesticides, they develop wing deformity. Okay, so this develop wing deformity. So this is the only thing that has been like happening with these biopesticides. Other than health, the biopesticides are very healthy to use, and they have been tested in many parts of Tamil Nadu, in and around northern districts of Kanchipuram and Chengalpattu. So I think this is the one that is a way to go through to keep your environment clean and sound and safe. So this is one important current affair. And the next current affair is something about carrots. So you know that carrots grows in the tall and hilly vegetations where the climate like is like around 15 degree to 10 degree, and it is a root and it's a root plant. So recently, what was the cause for carrots to appear in news was that carrots in samples of in and around Ooty, that is in the Neelagiris, have found that the carrots that they grow has a high amount of organophosphorus. Okay, so last year you had a question on pesticides, so that is why you should keep your track and your focus everything on these kinds of terms, because if there is any endosulfan poisoning in Kerala, the question has popped up last year, and right now. There is like a huge amount of organophosphorus poisoning happening in the Neelagiris. The plants mainly affected is carrot, and potato is also affected in a large number. So how do they measure the poisoning in these plants? So actually there is a level called as MRL. MRL is nothing but maximum residual level. So it is nothing but you apply pesticides to these plants, and after a certain period of time, the pesticides gets broken down. But this residual level is what, even after the breaking down of pesticides, the level of the pesticides remains intact. Okay, so this is called as maximum residual level. So while concluding these tests, the officers found out that these plants contain over than 72 to 75% of the mean residual level of organophosphorus. So this is very dangerous to your body and your health, and that is why the testing has been done, and there has been severe curbing of those farmers who have grown these high amount of pesticides in their plants. So usually the pesticides are sold in the name of acephate, malathion. So this was the last year question, and profenophos, chlorpyrifos, and quinalphos. So just remember the names. The names are very important for your exam point of view, because they would give these names bluntly and should mark whether they are insecticide, pesticides, or some kind of any sites. So that's why like I keep emphasis on noting down the names alone, because names can give you marks, just the names alone. If you able to differentiate, this is a pesticide and this is a biopesticide and this is a insecticide, you can easily secure marks, because they're not going to test you on the degree level. The only thing is, if you know the answers, if you know the names, and if you know what it is, then that's it. It's a kind of very objective oriented questions. Just keep in your mind, like acephate, malathion, profenophos, pluriphos, quinolphos. Okay, so these are the things. Since it was in news, I thought like it would be very helpful for the students. So just remember and go through it very quickly. And that's it, because I've exceeded the time limit, and I'll be posting very very short videos so that you can learn very quickly. As okay, if you spend 2 minutes and you get a questions and an answer to it, then it's like totally fine. I don't want to keep making very long videos, so that it's not helpful for the students. Thank you.